Check us out as we combine our hidden music with a love story. Live with Candy. It's Love Jones. Call in and participate at 326-0271. Yo, 99.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, Refugee Camp presents.
For all relationships, for regrets, for disagreements, for breaking up and making up, for all those out there jonesing for love, it's Love Jones right here, right now on Global 99.5. Good morning. It's a Thursday. Got on this excellent shades, I see. Ready for business. Yeah. It's a Thursday. We're getting ready for the holiday, and I've had so many things come to the phone. I'm just hoping that we could just kind of get into quite a bit of them. Welcome, one as well as all, to Love Jones right here on the best mix of R&B music, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We're Global 99.5. Before I do anything, let me go ahead and give the contacts out. It's 326-0272 or 1. And that's live in studio. Of course, you can text or WhatsApp at 431-8497. Very Cool Candy at Yahoo, as well as lovejonescrew at Gmail is your email addresses to write in. You can share your story as well as express questions and comments alike. Good morning to our Facebook viewers. You can view live. You can leave your comments live, as well as you can watch the video later on Global 995's webpage, Facebook page, as well as Love Jones' Facebook page. Mike, good morning. What's happening?
Right here, man. Right here.
It's been a long night, sir. It's been a long night. Yeah. Escorting and debunking and lots of things. But I like how swift things happen these days. That's just a very good thing. I just thought I'd just throw that out there.
Stuff going on last night.
Yeah, definitely. But today is Pet Peeve Day, and there's a lot of stuff. But before we get into that, I got to address one or two things that came in via the show yesterday that I didn't have an opportunity to get to. Liberian girl, she sent us something from overseas. I'm going to get to that in a second. But one particular female WhatsApped, and she had an issue as to some of the things that were said in reference to women that make a conscious decision to be side chicks or number two.
You talked about that yesterday?
I wasn't aware of that particular. I said, "You sure you had the right show?" She said, "No." She said when you were talking about when you guys were talking about the guy going over to his so-called friend's house. She's the other woman, whatever. I said, but that's not the context in which we were talking about. But if you would like to go there, we most certainly can. She says, women are always talking this thing about sisterhood and whatever until they find a man that belongs to someone else that they're interested in. Then the sisterhood goes out the door. At least she's honest about hers. There's not enough good guys. Most of the good guys, so to speak, are taken. And so therefore, if you can't find a good guy that's single, what does one do? Unless you want her to bat for the other team. That was basically what she's saying. So if she's found a good guy, he's not married, he happens to have a girlfriend, then he's still up for grabs because he has not put the ring on as yet. So she doesn't see the issue. And she's frankly tired of people bashing chick number two. What say you? Before I say, you say.
Chick number two. She's tired of people bashing. Hey, well, no judgment on that. If you want to be, if you are happy with being chick number two, then by all means be it. But why would you want to be chick number two? Why would you want to date somebody who's going to see multiple women? That should tell. And you want to get married to this person?
Well, she's saying that as long as the guy isn't married, I mean, he's kind of still on the field to be gotten. It isn't as if he's married. It's according to it's just a girlfriend. So she still has.
So why do we date?
And that's my thing. Her thing is she's tried to find a quote unquote single man that's a good guy. And most of the guys that are single, according to her, most of the guys that are single are not good guys. They're still interested in, the quote unquote good guy. They're not good guys. They're not understanding of what the requirements are in a relationship. A man that is in a relationship that has lasted has a full understanding of what it takes to make a relationship work. Yeah, this real talk. And I'm just listening. I'm just kind of looking, and I'm like, the things that people say to justify their actions are amazing to me. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do.
No judgment on
but
that.
Don't sit there and list off all of these things why it's right to do what you do.
Yeah.
You know, and women always talk in sisterhood until they find someone that they're attracted to and he belongs to someone else. I mean, like at the end of the day,
a bunch of hogwash.
Come on. Just the way you got, if you get something, if something is ill-gotten, more than likely you lose it the same way.
The same way. And why would you want to settle down with somebody who's okay with seeing you while they're seeing somebody else? That's just going to happen again.
So,
you know what I mean?
So first question is, do you agree that until a man is married, he's still it's still open season?
No, I don't agree with it. No. I feel it just depends on what type of relationship you establish with the person.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But if you establish, most people date because they're looking for the ultimate,
right?
You know, prize, which is, I guess, marriage or, you know, companionship, you know, so to speak. So I don't subscribe to, if I'm dating somebody, I don't subscribe to me being able to see multiple persons while I'm dating somebody, or vice versa. The person being able to see multiple persons while we're dating.
The question that I would put forward to her is this, though. You say that you draw the line and he's still open to be sought after because he's not married as yet. How do you justify that? Because at the end of the day, this is a guy that you met, that's a good guy, and he happened to have been with his girlfriend 2 years, 3 years, whatever else like that. Now, when you meet the ultimate good guy, so to speak, the man that's married, that takes care of his household, that takes care of his children, that is supportive and all of that, and perhaps bored or something else is happening within the marriage and he's looking for that something, and you happen to fit the bill, why is anyone to think that you're going to be able to draw the line there? He's the ultimate good guy. If that's if that's the justification that you're using, it obviously he understands how to maintain. He's been married for a long time. He's taking care of children. He knows what it takes to make sure that the integral things that are provided for a family. So that's your justification. Why wouldn't somebody think that your next step is to the married man?
Right.
Feel about it.
And then the other day we talked about who you attract.
Yeah. Hot mess. I mean, come on. I ain't trying to hear that. I think people just look for reasons to do the things that they do. Don't give me that he's still up for grabs if he ain't married or whatever else like that. It's a continuous. You date, then you decide I want to be in a monogamous relationship. Then you go from the monogamous to engagement, and then from engagement to marriage.
Right.
If not, what's the point of all of it?
There you go.
That's BS. If you checking dudes and you don't want to get off your rump and find a guy that's actually worthy of being with, that happens to be single, that you can call your own, then call a spade a spade. Don't give me that BS, but ain't enough around here. There are millions and millions and millions, like The Rock said, of people all over this place. Mm-hmm. Give me a break. Mm-hmm. I mean, give me a break.
If you're having trouble finding someone,
give me a break. And if you're doing it because it's been done to you, then say that too. But don't sit here and talk about, he's still up for grabs because he ain't married. Girl, bye. Mm-hmm. Stop.
And if you're having trouble finding somebody, go to the US, find somebody.
Man, listen. Listen. Get a cat. I am not run. Seriously. I just so over people in that BS. Or if that, like I said, if that's what your reasoning is, then say. But all this other foolishness that you coming out the woodwork with, and sisterhood don't mean nothing and whatever else like that. Listen. Bye.
And if would you do that to another person? Would you know what I'm saying?
She's doing it now, and then women say, "Oh, well, I don't know how." No, you wouldn't. And then you hear things like, "Well, if you was doing what you were supposed to be doing home, what?"
Yeah.
Until it happens to you, and you're at home and you're doing whatever, and he still does what he has to do, then all of a sudden it doesn't become about if you were doing what you had to do. How many women has it happened to? And how many men has it happened to that they have been doing everything that is right, is feasible, is proper within their relationship, and they still were cheated on?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Listen, y'all gotta get it together. Seriously. That's my pet peeve. Women that subscribe. I mean, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I mean, we've all done it at some point where you knew someone had someone and you dabble, right? But it is what it is. When I did, still wrong. I don't have an excuse for it. It's wrong, period.
Yeah. There's no way you can make it right at all. It is wrong.
Either you were just feeling lustful, or you were seeking something, but at the end of the day, you were seeking it with someone that belonged to someone else. Now, if that's a situation where they walk away from it and y'all give it a go, I mean, it doesn't make it right, but it's still different. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just say it. Yeah, when I did it, it was wrong. And if I were to do it again, it would still be wrong. There's no justification for things like that. So don't sit here and create it because it happens to be the place where you are.
I think she was looking for you to understand where she was coming from.
Why?
I think so.
Because I always say I've been there. No.
Maybe.
I've been there, but I learned stuff from it. And I realize it's happened to me as well. I don't think, like Gigi always would say, none of us get a getaway free card. It's happened to the best of us for different reasons, different times in our life, under certain circumstances. It's happened to us, and many of us are guilty of doing so.
Right.
I don't think anybody can sit here and claim perfection one way or the other. But it doesn't mean that when you go through things and you have done things that you don't learn from those things. And I realize as a woman, I'm going to, from many points on, trying not to get into any of those situations, not just for me, but I have daughters. I don't want them to come to me one day and say, crying, you understand, my husband is, because whether you believe in karma or the sins of the parents, I don't want my daughters to come to me and say, boy, my husband is blah, blah, blah. And I got to sit there like, yeah, well, what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it was so amazing. Yesterday I was at the office and a friend of mine came in. She was like, can I ask you some advice? She was like, I have a daughter, which you know.
Mm-hmm.
I live at home, but my situation home is not healthy. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for my daughter.
Right.
She said, my daughter called me crying to me, said, they're talking about me, and she doesn't like the way they're talking about her. She asked, what should she do? She said, I'm saving for a house. What do you think I should do? I was like, listen, your daughter is your number one priority.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure, your daughter, whatever situation, if the situation your daughter's in unhealthy, I think you need to deal with that first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get an apartment or something, save up, figure out how you can get this house. If it takes you another year, do that. But you gotta take care of your daughter. And for your peace of mind as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like you said, with your kids, you gotta, you don't want to have regrets. You know what your life was like. You know what was the results of you growing up. And your daughter's grown up in the same house that you grew up in, and you know how it affected you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make a change for your daughter.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely.
Like I said, we often pay for things later on in life, either through our own having to pay the token, or we see it happen to people that are close to us or our children. They pay the toll for the things that we may have committed, whether it was a lack of wisdom, lack of knowledge, or sometimes we just do things knowing that they're wrong anyway, and we go forward and do them. They almost always come back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a difference between doing them willfully and woefully so, and doing them without having the knowledge that you're hurting not just yourself, but other people. You know what I mean? And so that's the issue that I have with this. Not to say that, like I said, anybody is perfect, but knowing that you're going in and you're trying to bring destruction. And I'm not saying that he doesn't have any ownership. I don't want people to get it twisted.
No, he has
every bit of ownership.
50% ownership
definitely belongs to him, because he's the person that's in the relationship.
Right. And he's allowing.
He's allowing and inviting someone else to come in and possibly bring destruction to the relationship. So obviously that does lay on him, but people say things, well, if it ain't gonna be me, it'll be someone else. Well, then why does it have to be you? Let it be someone else then. Don't, again, come on, seriously?
Yeah.
Justification for foolishness.
Yeah.
If it ain't me, it could be someone. Well, then
let it be someone else.
Let it be someone else. Yeah. It don't have to be you running to the front of the line. It's okay. All right. If you're just tuning in, this is Love Jones on Global 99.5. It says, I have a question. Need the males to shed some light here. If you're courting a lady, courting as in y'all may do one every now and again, but you are trying to convince her that you want more, and she makes a statement that her car has only been cleaned once for the year. What's your response?
Say what?
I have a question. Need the guys to shed some light on it. If you're courting a lady, you know what courting is, eh? But you know, you're trying to convince her that you want something more than just the courting. You're trying to get her to understand that your relationship material. And she makes a statement, John, my car only been cleaned at least once a year. What do you say to that?
That's kind of odd.
I'm just throwing it out there. You're courting. Okay, let me give you a different.
No, I understand it, but I mean, what that have to do with the other though?
What does it? It's gonna tie in. You're courting a lady. Trying to check a lady, right? And you trying to convince her you want to take it more from, hey, how you doing, beautiful? You know, the regular shim sham. You want to take it to another level, and you want her to understand that your relationship material. You're that guy, right? And she just tosses it out there to you. All right, yeah, through casual conversation. My car only cleaned once this year. As a dude, what's your response?
You don't have $20, eh?
As you just get crossed right off the list, you go from courting
my question is, so what are you trying?
None.
I'd be like, what are you trying to say then? That would be my. What are you trying to say? Come out and say it.
No,
she's trying to say something.
No, because some females,
you know what she's trying to say, you ready to take care of me, but you ain't showing that you're ready.
No, some females clean their own car.
No, that's what she's
but
trying
obviously
to say.
she's not that, because it's only been done once a year. So obviously you know from that statement several things.
Yeah.
She's not that one that's going to be outside cleaning it. Maybe she don't got the time or whatever. So she's
you want this, but you ain't ready for this.
Bing.
That's what she's trying to tell you. That's what she's trying to tell you.
I am busy.
That's why I can say, listen, say what you want to say.
What I'll say, what I'll say is I'll just say, so why that like that?
See, okay, so the response is like, if you want to date a woman that doesn't need a financial handout from you, shouldn't you be looking for other ways to show her how you can add value to her life? So it goes back to what it is you were saying. Now, some dudes look at it like, that's no big deal. It's cleaning a car, right? But what I'm trying to let men understand, women often come sometimes from the most simplistic aspect, but it's almost always a test to see how you'll respond, how you're going to answer that. And that will shed light on every other part of whether they're going to let you in.
Right.
A lot of men here, hey, clean car. But what happened? You can't clean your hand broke?
She trying to tell you something. Right.
But you caught that. Like she trying to, hello. And he's like,
I am just,
what he said. So
I am just the type of person, if you want something or you do not drop hints to me.
It's not a hint though.
No, but I am the type, I do not want to interpret anything the wrong way. So do not drop hints at me. I will take it at face value and I'll reciprocate it.
So let me ask you, when you're courting a woman or you're interested in a woman, let's say sexually, you say you can give me some cookie. That's basically what you say. That's how you drop it?
Well,
or you finesse it. No.
Listen.
Because you just finished.
Listen.
We all finesse things and create a particular nuance when we don't want to just flat lap on something.
I've been told
understand.
To ask politely.
But understand, it's really about the car cleaning, you know.
That's what I'm trying to get him to understand.
Yeah,
he's saying he's still into that. He wants you to come direct.
Car cleaning.
Do not drop hints.
She's telling you, starting no hint. You know, I mean, I agree. You know how men are. We want women to say, this is what I want. This is what I need. I need you to do this. But damn how women communicate.
Well,
understand. Okay, let's flip the script a second.
My hint to her would be, hey, boy, I think you should go clean that.
See, you using this paper?
That's my hint.
Not anymore.
You're using this paper, right?
No.
And let me see. See, it's a solid, right? And this a solid, and then she got Shane, and she got Ralph, right? And she got Tevin, right? That's a list of prospective suitors, right? And she said that to him because she considering now. So here we go. Let's just slide this test his way. Then he says that. So this is what happens right here, right? My boy Shane.
So you got $20?
What? So my boy, you see that, right? So my boy Shane, who was then second on the list, now jumps right in front of Solid and takes the lead. You see how that happens?
I don't want no woman who's keep her car dirty.
And listen, you still missing the point, my bro. It's not about the car cleaner. Player. School the dude, please. It's not about that. Okay, let's put this.
It ain't about. Let me
change
it. It ain't about the car cleaning. It's about the way you treat her, the way. Yeah. The way
she's looking to see if you're going to be able to understand her needs.
I just don't like things like that. I just really don't like the whole.
I'm a woman.
Oh, I saw
you single. Let's say you single, right? I'm a woman. I'm trying to court the Solid. I trying to see what Solid's saying, right? So I know he likes to fish, for instance, right? So, I know he got other little perspectives, but I know I top running right now. So I'm trying to see what to see. So if I'm trying to court him, this is how women see things. And I know that that's a like of his. When he pump up in here in the morning, he can meet that scent wafting through the air. That can be something that's set. When he come, I can lay out a little picnic, something. I can be like, I just thought I'd bring you a little breakfast. That's how women see it. They'll come direct. You have a need. Here's how I will fill it. That's how women approach things. Right. See what he said? That's a problem. We're putting it forward because these are the needs in my life. I may be able to take care of my son financially. I'm doing what I got to do as a mom, but that one place that I'm falling down is keeping my car clean. I'm looking for a dude that can be an additive to my life. I don't need him to come and I don't need him to take care of my children. I don't need him to take care of me financially. I don't need him to cut the grass. I have a dude that does that. But this one thing that I'm lacking. And that's what it was. Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? No, but all the things that I have in my life that I'm putting the pieces.
When I got stuff like that makes me think. So this girl think I just could come around and wash her car. But
you got a ways to go, Solid. You got a ways to go.
We have a Facebook viewer, J. David Smith.
What happened?
We have a Facebook viewer, J. David Smith. How you doing,
Hi,
David?
Good morning.
I think he says to tell Mike to move on. He says to tell him to move on.
From what?
I don't know when he posted it. We may have missed the context, but write us another message.
Yeah, let me see what that's about. Say, Candy, Solid front. Understand that the fact you didn't notice that her car needed cleaning shows he's not paying attention to her.
What?
Clueless, Solid, clueless. Hey, Solid, clueless in Seattle.
From I see her car, lady.
See, but that's it. Let me tell you something. I mean, men may say whatever they want to say, but we keep saying that men and women the same way. We don't necessarily speak the same language when it comes to exhibiting things in your relationship. This is how women see it. Not that they necessarily have the expectation that you would clean it. Even if you don't clean it, you say, babe, man, this car, you got to do better, I know you're busy and with soccer and this and that with the boys and them. Give me the keys. Let me carry it around the corner. Let Bobo handle the wire. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And to say she expect you to get the chamois, she expect you to get whatever. But you say, guess what? Let me deal with this for you. Because obviously you're too busy to get to this. Come with the key. I'm going to go deal with this for you. That's more woman looking for man to take initiative these days. Yeah. That's what we looking for. That's like a
even on, bro. Feel, but you don't have to drop a hand like, oh my God.
I got you because you ain't seen it.
My car ain't washed in a year.
But she dropping it on you because you missed the first 4 freaking stuff. So she got to come that way.
Jesus.
You run up by my spot. Every afternoon you come by me, I got the pot going. You park right next to the dirty car. And you walk past it, the dirt even get on your Solid clothes. You still ain't do nothing about it. So I can say, well, you saying you're trying to check. I mean, you be over here, my car ain't cleaning, but yeah. You really gotta do something. Hey, I know you really gotta do something with that. No. Pass me the pepper. What?
His response is,
you don't got $20 then. Hey, as I pack up all my good cookings and you needs to get out of here.
And try
not to rub my dirty car on your way out.
She should say, man, I really want to clean this car, Then it's like, okay. I mean,
everybody has a way they finesse. Most men have learned that you don't just come out and ask for, even if we're talking about sex, there's a way that you nuance and romance a woman out of her drawers. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is.
A holiday.
Yeah, it's the weekend, Adidas say. I mean, we gotta do better. We just have to do better.
Just like you say, just need to pay attention. I mean, and I think both sides need to pay attention. You know, it's not just, you know, with that situation that you were at. I think women need to pay attention to men as well, because we drop our lenses as well.
Mm-hmm.
We do, especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
You know, like, you know, you know,
yeah, we dropping hints in this day no more.
Why?
But that's the way we communicate.
But some women prefer that. I mean, listen, most people say, "I'd rather you just tell me."
When I say drop hints, you'll go do something to initiate the sexual act.
I think you should say something.
Or something like that.
Listen, whether you admit it or not, we all work on the reward system.
Definitely, definitely, you want me on a pat on the back, and the sex is a pat on the back for us.
I think you should say something outrageous. I just like saying outrageous stuff instead of just coming out and asking or dropping a hand. I'll say something super off the wall, and then it's like, and then I'll tone it down, you know.
But see, it's again, even if that's the way he is. That's for his woman to understand and learn him. Right. We're all different. And the expectation for one man to be the same as another man is ridiculous for any woman. Just because the man that you dated before is a man that will soothe and ease his way into that, that's not necessarily the man that you happen to be dating now. And if that's not something that you want, then you need to go back to the kind of man that will do the romancing, the easing. Some women love the bluntness of it. They want you to call them and be like, ring. Look here, I going on lunch at 5. Let me meet you home and let me meet you at nothing on. That works for them. They zoomed past the boss and almost broke her leg trying to get out the door.
I could try that.
It's a holiday. This might work.
I could try that. I'll be like, I'll be home. I'll be like, you won't come home?
Come home?
You seriously?
Well, that's you, but it's worth the experiment.
I can try it.
If it works,
I can let you know.
You're gonna be
Tuesday.
Let me know Tuesday.
I can let you know. Yeah.
Right. So some women are turned on by that, but again, it really boils down to getting to know. I asked you this morning, right? A dude wrote into me day before yesterday, and he said, "Candy, boy, woman, y'all rough." So I said, "Well, what do you mean by that?" He says, to be honest, you know, I'm working my way through a lot of different things. He said, and I currently ride bike. I say, "Oh, motorbike?" He said, "No, BMX." Like he on the starter kit right now, right? And I thought he was joking. He's like, "But I did serious." So I said, "Okay, cool." I said, "So what's the problem with that?" He said, "It's really, really hard trying to get a woman to convince a woman that you're serious, you're trying to go somewhere in life, you're goal oriented when you're rolling up on a bicycle." And I was like, I try not to laugh, right? But dude, I mean, he's sincere. So I asked you this. You just had a video.
No, I just see him pulling up to the house and he ringing the bell. Yeah. They go into the movies and she on the handlebar, right. You know. I mean, it ain't funny, right? But But this is where, and most women, not most, I take that back. A lot of women would be like, "Is he serious?" Like, but he's saying that he has a genuine heart, like, and he's really interested in finding a mate. I think he said he's early 20s. He said he's early 20s. Like but even women 22. Of 20, 23 or 24. Okay, that's not bad. And so what he's saying that most women in that particular bracket have said to him, but even the dude that just have a little piece of job trying to work his way, the first thing he's do is try to get one little piece of ride, right? So they ain't buying the whole bike thing. And so he said it's really difficult, you know, trying to get with a woman. It's almost like they'd rather him catch bus. Like I actually respect him for that.
Yeah,
when I say respect him for that,
because when he reaches, we sweaty.
No, they're not. I respect him for that because, you know, it sounds like he know what he wants in life, where he wants to go.
He's gauging himself.
You see what I'm saying? And because most of us, and I was one when I got out of school, first thing I wanted to do was get a car.
Most of us, yeah, that's what we do.
So I mean, I respect him for that. So and if he can't find nobody that could appreciate that,
then don't. I mean. Okay, so ladies, I'm gonna say it, and I know it's gonna. I can get some backlash for it, but true or false? Are we really caught up in a double standard where women are unfair when it comes to the expectations of a man versus a woman? And what I mean by that is this: a woman would expect you to date her whether she catching the bus or not. Her catching the bus ain't have nothing to do with what type of good woman she is, as far as she's concerned. What's your point? I just haven't got the money yet, and I haven't got a car. So what's your point? But a man is not allowed to be held at that same standard. What? Why not? I'm not saying where I sit on it. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I agree.
As far as a woman is concerned, I catch in bus, and so what that have to do with me being a good woman? Why should I be counted out because I catch in bus?
Right.
But if a man catching the bus, you understand? Sorry, on the bike.
Yeah.
He about nothing. So because you catching the bus as a female, you wouldn't want a man to assume you're not about nothing. So why is it we beating a man with that stick? Right. I just asking. Love Jones, good morning. Thank you for calling.
Hey, Mikey, I ain't gonna lie. I visualize the same thing you visualize with that dog. And you say that ain't funny. That's funny, bro. That's funny.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I tried not to laugh when he was talking. I had the same picture, like the little thing on the side in the basket, and he had the flowers in it when he reached. I pictured it right, but the brother's starting from somewhere. We all started from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Hey, look here. When he get to the top, he have every reason to think started from the bottom. Now
you right. Now I'm at the top. Yeah.
His bank account probably loaded too.
But he's saying,
hey.
That's be the sad way.
Hey, you can't judge a book by its cover because I mean, the thing is too. Because I remember one time I always used to question why people go to the laundromat. I mean, I see some places I go, I see these BM and Mercedes and things park up in the washout parking lot, and I'm like, these people could afford a car, but why they can't buy a washing machine?
Right.
And it's like, after I had the experience of my washing machine went bad, and I had to start going to the wash house, and after a while, I said, "Boy, what I need a washing machine for when I could bring my full basket of clothes to the wash house? I could wash all them one go and just pack it in about an hour or so. I done.
And no water bill and light bill to
that's a $20 job.
Right.
So it's like, hey, just can't judge a book by its cover.
But
anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So we're back to that. So Francie says, yeah, you're damn right. We have a double standard. We ain't no man who on that run.
Francie said that?
Francie say, but there's a double standard with a lot of different things. We can agree with that, but I mean, so what do you say? Would that be a consideration for a woman that you're interested in dating? If she says, I'm still catching the bus, is that a depiction as to if she's working and has been working consistently, do you then ask yourself, well, what have you been doing with your money? Why haven't you gotten a ride so you don't have to be catching the bus? Does it ask you, does it ask or beg the question certain things as to her responsibility financially, or is that even a consideration?
No, I don't. What does having a car have to be a prerequisite for a relationship? I wouldn't even ask, why don't you have a car?
I hear you.
What I'm saying?
I hear you, but what I'm saying is for a lot of women, like when that first initial stage of getting together, okay, where do you work? We ask the general questions. Are you driving? No, I sketch bus. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know me, I'm a lover of all people, but at this stage where I'm banking on 40, that ain't feasible for me.
If someone have no car.
That ain't, because we need to do things. We got somewhere to go. Now, if your car down or you working on a little something, I get that. But if you haven't ever attempted to get one, like you mid-40s and you just ain't never been checking. You just okay all the while just catching.
Well, I mean, everybody have their
You wouldn't be having no. I mean, like if it's down, if you had a little problem, I get that. But if you've never even tried to say get one little something, it ain't gotta be no BM, the little Swift, the little Suzuki. The little tariff, the little something, the little note.
For different
it can be a little bigger if you try and check me, because I ain't trying to do where we bank a curb and the car roll over, because I got a little weight.
What if they have 4 different size tires on their car?
It rolling,
I know someone who said they ain't gonna date no on 4 different size tires on the car.
What they gotta do?
So they can't afford the same size tires.
What they gotta do? No, they're taking it somewhere different. No, they're taking it somewhere else.
Yeah. I sound like D. Yeah. I mean, I sound like D. I say D.
Yeah. You was channeling him for a minute. Yeah. No, but that's different. I mean, but
I understand where you're coming from.
The question that I'm having though is this, and I'm playing devil's advocate. You know that I always do, but it has to beg the question. I think we overlook these things, and the very things that we overlook, those things come back to bite us in different ways in our relationship. Then you start arguing about him being driven towards different things. You don't have the same goals. Some of those things were evident in the beginning with these kinds of things. Not to say that every person getting a man getting the bus, that doesn't mean that he's not goal oriented. Some people just ain't into that when they think about if they live all the way east or west.
Right.
They like, I know people, when I used to live in New York, people used to have Benz and Beamer spark up and they catching the train, boss.
Oh no, that's fine. Because you live in, but here's the thing. That's like somebody, that's like, you know, like I got friends, same age as me.
Right.
Still living home in the room with their mom. Has kids, but you still living in like, you never wanted to try and leave or to buy a house for yourself?
See, no, it's different. If
you see what I'm saying,
when you lived, it's different because I know people that had to go back home because of the
that's fine. That's fine. Different. That's different.
But you came out of the nest
and you sharing room with your other brothers or sisters.
At how old? No, Kimosabi. Me cannot date you. No, no, Kimosabi. No, I can't do it. I cannot. And some people say, oh, well, it's about material. It's not that. It's a mindset. It's your mentality. You want something different. Everyone goes through circumstances that has them at bay at a certain time. But how long you can stay there?
Yeah.
It has to be that thought of, okay, well, now how can I get out of this? How can I elevate to do something different? We all get stuck in circumstances, but it's what you do next. You know what I mean? But if you become comfortable in living in mom's house, the children sleeping in the bunk bed with you that you slept in when you was little, like, come on, listen, you laugh, and I know a couple people, but when you say things like, have you never wanted your own apartment? They looking at you like, what you talking about, Willis? What? All this good comfort, mommy cooking every Sunday or every other day. I got built-in babysitter. What? This life? Yes, I mark you off the list. Yeah. It's just, if we're not like-minded in that way. Okay. My not having a ride ain't have nothing to do with me being a good woman. In simple terms, in the world of hunters and gatherers, to be seen as a provider. Sorry, but that. You don't need to be sorry. For a lot of people, we talked about that yesterday, right? A lot of times, men will tell you that they don't feel comfortable in a situation where they're not able to be the provider, whether she can or not.
It's our natural instinct, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what she's saying. Her thing is, women are meant to be the gatherers. They can go in the field and do this and that. Or when you bring it back, they can take care of it from then. You bring the meat, okay, now you go sit out with the other hunters. I'll go smoke a peace pipe, whatever. I can deal up from here on in. We all have our roles. And so it is what it is. You just have to determine whom it is that you're getting in with. I agree that there is a double standard, but as certain double standards, I don't think there's anything to be done with that. It's just like a woman that happens to be agreed. It's just like a woman is expected to be fluent sexual, not expected to be too generous. If you catch my drift, she's expected to know tricks and things. When you never catch that. Yeah, you catch it. You know just where I'm coming from.
I can never catch that. You can keep throwing that. I can catch that.
A woman is expected to be a flamethrower. She's supposed to light things with the kitty. She's supposed to do stuff, but you're only supposed to be with two men though. You supposed whatever you learn, you better have learned that right there. You ain't supposed to be too generous.
Use another example.
It's a double standard. That it is.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's a double standard, and it's the same thing for women. Women often feel as if if I working or if I catching and I whatever, and that's fine. I'm a lady. You supposed to though. You should have a car. You should have somewhere. If you want to lay with me, you need to have somewhere to carry me to go lay. That's basically, it's what it is. Double standard or not, it's what it is.
But that also comes with expectation. So is it really considered double standard? If that is expected, if we've been taught as a man and as a woman to expect these certain things from the opposite sex or for somebody that we're in a relationship with, is it considered double standard?
I think the reason why it's considered a double standard is because we're not on equal footing when it comes to it. I think that's more so why it's a double standard. But I also think that it has been a taught expectation, but not just that. Even if it weren't taught, you don't have to teach some men. They just get up. And like you said, it is within them. But then you also have to ask yourself, why is it in some men and it is not instinctively purposeful and present in other men.
It is. It's just a choice.
For some men, it isn't.
You know,
for some men, it's not a choice. Whether they want to or not, they can get up and they can do, even at their laziest moments.
I think it's in all men. I personally feel it's in all men. It's a choice.
Which is sad if you look at it like that, because
it's in all men.
If you look at men that refuse to, that means that they are making a choice to be less than.
That's all it is.
That is not a good thing.
That's all it is, Candy.
It's not a good look.
Trust me on that. I firmly believe that it's the choice.
Not a good look.
I think men are built, designed, bred to be the leaders, to take care of the homes, to do what they have to do, to go out there and make it happen. It's a choice that they don't do it. That's what I firmly believe.
All right, so I want to ask Solid but a little something, right? Because we were talking about the codes that men and women have. And listen, I think we need to school the public when these things come up. We were talking about something totally separate that we saw on social media, and we were just having a conversation about it. And I'm interested to know if that ranges over all demographics, and how does it work? The bro code, or the code from unspoken rules between men, as well as what it is between women. And I brought that back to link with my initial point when the woman said, sisterhood has nothing to do with me being with a man that is taken by another woman. I don't see how you could detract it. You know, you had this woman.
I don't even understand that. I don't understand that statement. I don't understand that statement. You have to break that down.
Well, I
understand it, but I guess it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Well, you know, you see all of these things online, or you hear people talking and women talking about us having to band together in a sisterhood of uplifting other women. You know what I mean? Women feeling beautiful regardless of shape, size, hair color, eyes, whatever background. It's about uplifting women. That's the sisterhood.
I get that.
Whether they live in Portugal or right here in the Bahamas, right? It's an unspoken thing. But her thing is, sisterhood has nothing to do with it when you talk about competitive natures of dog eat dog. There's a need for me to have a man. You happen to have a man, so I'll have him too.
Right. No, I understand. I just, like I said,
it doesn't make sense.
That right there isn't feasible to me, because there's this whole thing of black sister and black girl magic. But I feel so when women do this man bashing thing, like, oh man, you know, this, like, they have this thing going saying men are trash and they bond together in this sisterhood thing. But I feel women are each other's worst critics and stuff. Like, they go the hardest when it comes to criticizing each other about anything. You know what I'm saying? They'll be right there at your wedding. Oh yeah, girl. Oh, she looks so good.
They upset you happy.
But as soon as it switch, who she think she is? Her dress isn't even, Hola. So the whole thing about people, man.
It's hypocrisy. That's what it is. Like I said, when it looks good to be said, it's about the sisterhood and I have your back and all of that. But when it comes down to you having something that I want, I'll slit your throat. You know what I mean? And Bahamians are guilty of it in other ways we're known for. That's terrible. The black crab mentality. Bahamians are so guilty of it until it ain't funny. Yeah, we gold and aquamarine and the black and us binding together as Bahamians and whatever. Until an opportunity comes, I will step on your spine and crush it to dust to get to that before you do. Yeah. If you have a business, as a Bahamian, I would love to support your Bahamian business. You hear people in the States saying black businesses. Black people have to learn how to support black businesses. It's how we allow the community to grow, right? It's not to say that you're not to go to other Caucasian or any other persons that own, whether it's Hispanic or whatever. I'm not saying that you don't do that, but any opportunity, if you can, you support black businesses, because it builds a community and it builds us as a people. That's their mentality. When will Bahamians get that? When will we get it? You'll see two things, and Bahamians carry it and they can carry it for less, and you still ain't gonna do it simply because I cannot have you getting further ahead than I am. So I will not build you. And in not building you, I help tear me down too, but that's what we do not get. And as women, when I tear another woman down, I am tearing my daughter down. I'm tearing my sister down. I tearing my mother down.
Right. No, I totally agree. And
we
the thing
just
is,
don't get it as men. It's the same
yeah,
thing.
and
But
as you speak, it just,
it dawns on you.
I even go back to the politics in this country. I go back to the church. It just, that's a different conversation in itself.
Mhm.
That's, you can need a panel for that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a serious issue, and it just not, it doesn't stem just from the individual. It does, but I mean, that's just the way we're living. That's society. That's in every grain of us.
Yeah, and
it's in church. It's in politics. It's in at work.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
So
why
these
can't you
youngsters
be
that are
happy
coming
to see somebody succeed?
No.
You smile in their face, but behind their backs, you're saying something. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel it should have been you.
Yeah.
But did you work hard?
No. A lot of times, no. And it's the same thing. We see people in relationships. You don't know what those persons have gone through.
Right.
You don't know what their secret struggles are. You don't know the things that they've overcome and still fighting to overcome. And here you go. And here you go. Where you get the right from, though?
Yeah.
Where you get the right?
No, it's like I said, that's a whole different
We have to
conversation
start
itself.
going back to that thing with I'm gonna treat you like how I want to be
The
treated.
golden rule.
Right.
That's
And if I don't want nobody peeping and talking and creeping to my dude, like I get eased back off of doing that to somebody else's. And that's what I'm saying. It took me a while, but through wisdom, you live and learn. Like I said, it isn't as if I haven't been guilty of it before, but I've also felt the pain of that. And so in feeling that, let that be your guide. And for other men, like, yeah, okay, she got to talk to you in order for the conversation to be had. But think about it. If she's willing to talk to you when you finally do get her and she is yours, so to speak, what's going to stop her from engaging in the same kind of conversation with the next one?
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be someone better than, isn't it?
Always.
Someone with a bigger car, someone with a better
Right.
job, someone that dresses a little bit better, speaks a bit better, smells a little bit better. It'll always be better.
Because we're always told to win, not do our best.
No.
Win at any cost.
Any cost. Any cost.
Not do your best. You can't be satisfied just doing your best. We're told that number one
Your best ain't
is
good
the
enough.
only way.
Yeah.
And that's what we're teaching our kids.
Yeah, in every facet of that, we have to start shaking it up and changing things.
Failure is
And
not
when
an
you hear
option.
stuff like that, there's a shortage, so I gotta fill it. So I'll take him from who's taken. That's crazy.
Yeah, sound like we got a caller.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Go ahead, caller. How are you?
Mike, what's going on?
Everything
Hey,
cool,
good
man.
morning.
Candy, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? Yeah, we're all right.
All right. Great. Let me ask you the question. Now, if the woman or the guy is already engaged, is he fair game? I mean, he's gone to the place where he is. I mean, he's already engaged to the lady. Is the lady still fair game or not?
If he's engaged,
If he's engaged, so repeat that one more time.
No, I'm saying, okay, you were asking the question. Is
Yeah.
a person who's not married fair game?
Right.
So I'm saying now, what if a person is a guy already engaged to a lady? You think a guy should still go after a lady that is engaged? Is she still fair game?
No
way,
no,
man.
no,
No way.
no.
I don't feel so.
I hear a lot of people say, boy, until you walk down that aisle, you still ain't locked in contract, so you're fair game. I've heard a lot of people say that. But my thing is this. What's the point of the rest of it then? Relationships, if it don't count until you say I do, then that kind of demolishes all the theory of everything else as far as commitment is concerned. And if you can't keep commitment with a relationship, with an engagement, how the hell am I supposed to expect you to keep commitment in marriage if you can't do that before time? So that's how I feel about it. No.
Okay, but suppose she was like engaged for about almost 3 years.
Well, you ain't serious about your life. You ain't serious. You ain't serious about your life. No. Unless it's some financial, you know what I mean? And you say, well, anyhow, let's wait till we get this house or whatever. But how is us getting married going to stop that? Either you in or you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm for that.
Engaged for 3
All
years.
right, thank you guys. Good show.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
You too. Yeah, you see about the longest engagement ever and things like that. Once he's asked, like, what you waiting 3 years for now again? Like, don't ask if you're ready. That's my thing. Don't feel like, and I know some women can put that pressure on you where you feel like, well, if I ask, then I'd give him a little bit more time.
Yeah, right. That give me another 5 years.
Yeah, bear with me. I don't ask you. You got the ring on. Come on, a little bit more time, right? And then if you get married, Okay, we're in the family. Come on, 5 more. Come on, 5 more. Yes. You know, we're always looking for more time. Don't do it if you're ready. I can't kill you for that. You know, and if someone chooses to walk away because you're not ready, then that has to be on them. But you have to respect someone that's honest enough to say, I'm not at that point yet. I'm not ready. And sometimes we take that as a personal judgment, but it's not always about you. They need to get to that place, and I'd rather you be to that place and serious about it than ask just because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, well, marriage is a thing.
Wait.
That's it. Yeah. If you ain't ready, don't go to that. I never saw myself as a married person. I mean, I never thought I was going to get married. I never thought I was going to get married when I was young.
I thought I would always be the single
Me
one
too.
running around.
Me too.
Not running around, but just traveling and
Yeah,
doing
run
whatever.
around, run around.
What kind of, yeah. I never saw myself as a parent either. And then I'm the only one of the siblings that have kids. I'm like, what? How the heck did that happen?
Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah, me too. I never saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 siblings. My sister has a child. The other 2 don't have any kids. I have 3 kids.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like,
How
how
we
that
get
happened?
here?
Yeah.
That's your energy you bring to me, man.
No.
Solid. Why is that? Solid say when he tell you he wasn't at the club last night, but you was at the club last night with a wig on, and he took you home and said, "Don't tell my girlfriend about this." That meme is funny. I ain't gonna lie. Like, really? Anyways, you know, we're almost out of time. But I think, you know, a lot of the stuff that we talked about today was very interesting. What are some of the things that you really consider when it comes to whose perspective a prospective dater, someone to get into a relationship with? Does where a person live and their background, should it have any bearing on that? How they were taught as far as gatherers and providers were concerned? Mm-hmm. You know, does it coincide with what you feel and what you think? I don't think we consider that. We meet someone, we get butterflies, they look good, you have a chemistry, boom, let's make it work.
Yeah, but I mean, the dating process is to get to know all of that stuff, and then you can
Precisely.
make a decision. You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But I mean,
you have to ask a lot of times.
Yeah.
These things are like, so let's say, don't beat around the bush, don't hint. Some people you have to outright ask them certain things, or you'll never find out until it comes to that critical point in your relationship, and then you're like, wow, you're not what I thought to be. You know, so if I always say write a list. You know, a lot of people are saying being out in the dating world right now is crazy. Write a list. I mean, I think it's overrated to just have things in your mind. Put out a plan. If you're going to cook a meal, you write out a menu, or you go looking online for a menu to find out how to make that taste great. If you're thinking about sending your child to school and their education is primary for you, you go and look to the different schools to see if it's the ABECA system that they have. Do they teach swimming and all of that? Is homeschooling the best thing for my kid because they need very pointed attention? These are the things that you consider when you go to purchase a car. You'll scroll for the right color. You know, does it have Eddie Bauer seats? You look for all kinds of stuff, but when it comes to a potential mate, like, there's nothing.
I guess it goes back to the lady. She says,
you can't even bring yourself to say it.
what did she say? Ain't much good men left?
Yeah, she said there's not a lot of great guys. And, you know, D often says that, which is why I found it funny.
That's no,
he often says that. He says women always say that there aren't a lot of good guys. So he says, well, you're not going to meet the average good guy because he's not out in the club. He's not here and there because he's at home taking care of business. The good guys are doing what they have to do. That's what D says. That's why a lot of women feel as if there are not a lot of good guys, because he ain't out and about philandering. He's actually taking care of his business as a good guy.
So you know, good guys would go in the clubs then.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, y'all is just get dry and dead.
That's what I
just trying to figure out. They just, okay, my good guy badge, I'm gonna just turn this in. I don't go anywhere anymore. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, so
if you see someone in the club, they'll automatically think that's not a good guy.
You're a dirty boy. Yeah, no,
that's
come on.
Crazy.
I think we know better than that. But I understand where he was coming from.
I understand that.
But she talking a lot of malarkey right now, and that's the best word I could come up with that. At the end of the day, from listening to her, you come off as angry and confident, but let's be real, girlfriend. You really want a man that's yours and yours alone. You dying for that day.
You get it.
You dying for that day. But it is. But I hope you don't mind when someone else sees your guy as a good guy and they see him as still up for bait and they could take him. because that's what you had. Hey, I be real, Mike. A lot of people say stuff like, you ever hear single people? Child, ain't nobody into no relationship. Child, I having me so good time when they get alone. I was me a man. Girl, bye. Say you want you a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be real. You hear dudes out here, ain't nobody got time for these gals. But I got 9 on rotation. They dying for one good gal. That's what I get from him. They dying for that good girl. They can actually come home to that'll be interested in what he was doing and what he's about. Dying for that one. But it's better to say you okay with your current situation. Yeah, it's real. But be honest about the circumstances and what it is, and don't try and make it something other than what it is. That's all it is. And if black grab is what you into, then keep doing what you got to do. But don't be mad when someone else steps on you too. That's my nugget for the day.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Man. Yeah, I like today. It's a good holiday beginner. Thought-provoking conversation.
Oh, no show tomorrow.
No, so we had to try get everything in today.
So, where are we going tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be doing tomorrow. I don't know.
Did anyone? I mean,
they ain't saying nothing but the pool and the pankinis and.
I mean, I got the pool, but y'all gotta bring the water.
Pouring water.
Yeah.
So what we can do? We going by Mike and we have a pool party, but everybody got to bring 2 buckets.
No,
you need more than that. A
little big, so you can need
3 buckets, 4. And yeah, we can talk about the content.
And bring your spit.
You ain't looking to swim no time then. And there'll be no swimming. Well, that does it for us. Had a great time with you guys today, as we always do. Continue to be a part of the conversation. There's no such thing as a bad question. And to my BMX boy, you keep your push on and keep doing what you got to do. I for it. Listen, you getting to what you have to do. You ain't robbing nobody. You ain't stealing nobody's vehicle. You doing what you need to do.
But would you date someone on a BMX though?
I mean, is it a 2-seater? Like, I mean,
and ain't nothing wrong with saying no. I mean, like I said, you hitting 40.
Mike, this me we talking about. I can't see me still going back to bike days.
No, but I'm saying, but you gotta respect him for what he's doing.
He said he have other plans.
Right,
he's trying to do other things.
But you as an individual know that's not what you want. So
no,
you know what I'm saying. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just that would you date somebody?
I think for me, I think initially it would be great to say he's driven. He has a lot of things that he wants to do. But when it comes to us dating and me always having to be the one to go and get him or whatever else like that, I think eventually it's going to become taxing on the relationship and it's going to lead to problems. So me already knowing that, I'm going to probably have to say no. Sorry, I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, that's fine. Like I said, there's no wrong answer.
It's just like you do with a corned beef can. That's what I call them, the little cars. Like I said, I'm a fluffy girl. I can't have when you like hit the corner on Market Street, we turn over. I need you to have a little girth and weight to your vehicle. I just saying. I'm just saying. It's real.
The small cars are the in thing nowadays.
Yeah, but I can. Come on.
So you wouldn't date someone with a
Mike? Can you sit
with a mini?
Really?
The mini is the thing. Everybody got a mini.
I'm not a mini though.
No?
No.
Such a nice car.
I know. And they're
you wouldn't even make an adjustment. I mean, like.
So you mean tell me I gotta die just to date? Hey, God, please. As I eat my mini donut.
No stuff.
That's it for us. We're out of here. But like I said, Very Cool Candy at Yahoo. Love Jones Crew at Gmail. Like us on Facebook. Become a friend so you can be a part of these kinds of convos. And of course, we've got the chatter group. We always have great conversations in that day to day. And you can WhatsApp at 431-8497 if you're interested in being a part of that as well. Keep it locked in. More great music to take you through your workday and into your holiday. This is Love Jones on the very best mix of R&B music, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, 99.5. Magic Mike, have a great weekend. Thanks to the Solid for making sure the wig was on straight in the club in rotation. And
rotation is the word for the rotation day.
Is and an honor link.
We got link.
You've been listening to Love Jones. Catch it weekdays at 11 a.m. on The Candy Show.